IVM.
Hey everybody, welcome to another amazing week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money, for supporting the network. Guys, you should definitely check out some of the content that we're doing recently, which is somewhat COVID related. Pavan's been doing an awesome job on the Pragati Podcast. All Thing Policy has also got a tremendous number of really great episodes about what's going on and the impact. We talk about this stuff on Cyrus Says, especially in the Cock and Bull episodes. On Advertising Instead, Varun's had a couple of episodes where he's spoken about the impact of this, as is Karthik on the Filter Coffee podcast. And across the network, definitely do check it out. I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. And with that, let's get you to your show.
Hello and welcome to Football Twaddle. Another week of no football, but there's no shortage of content creation. And today, to discuss whatever is the topic at hand, we have our friends Yash.
Hi guys.
And for 2 weeks in a row on this podcast, Orlando, say hello to Thanos. This man, I think we now know the way to get you on a podcast. Corona. Lads, the topic at hand today is the most overrated 11 of football. The rules are you can choose any name you want, but please don't choose some 60s, 70s players, because at least you should have seen them on TV. That's the basic rule. And don't do bottom feeding. So names like Senderos, Roy Carroll, all of them should not be mentioned. So the only criteria is people think they're good, but we think they're overrated. Right?
Yep.
All right. So let's start with this. Yash, goalkeeper. Does this team even need a goalkeeper? It's so overrated.
Let's start with Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, I actually had made a comment once that Hugo Lloris is so overrated, and Kumar Kanav basically shut me down saying that he won a World Cup and he was the captain.
Yeah, but
wait, Kumar Kanav is defending a Tottenham player.
Yeah,
he must have really believed in it.
He was playing FIFA with me at home, so I guess that had to do something with it.
So yeah, I think the fact that he won the World Cup sort of adds to his overratedness, right? Like people say things like, "Oh, he's won a World Cup and he was the captain and all that," but he's not very good, clearly.
Yes, he's actually. He's quite bad. The amount of mistakes he does in the crucial times as well. And what people tend to forget is in the World Cup final, Croatia's second goal. They made it 4-2 only because of Hugo Lloris.
Yep.
And I think of the top 6, or I don't know, man. If you had to rank Hugo Lloris in the top 20 of the Premier League in goalkeepers, where would he rank?
Not very high. I'm sure I could name 5 better goalkeepers than him.
So he's around 14th, 15th.
Maybe. The thing
Where
is,
does David De Gea come now? There's been such a fall from grace from him on the international level, at least.
But then for David De Gea, you say that he was never overrated, right? People are saying that there's mistakes crept into his game, and he was sensational till last year.
He used to pull off sensational saves. I think it's more like the goalkeeping counterpart of a Hollywood pass. Yeah,
But how do you call him overrated, Baru? Come on.
United fans are still hanging on. Yes, do United fans still think that he's the best keeper in the world or something?
Dude, this whole retributive attitude towards United players, you should tone down a bit because the team will be filled with a lot of Arsenal chaps.
So maybe we could have made that case last year, but at least this season, most of the people had sort of agreed that De Gea isn't one of the 2 or 3 best goalkeepers in the world. So.
Yeah. So, Hugo Lloris seems like a perfect example. Chalo, let's move on. Yeah. Centre back, I have a name, Jamie Carragher. One centre back's name. So, the amount of praise he gets compared to what I think he is as a defender, there's such a gulf. It's just, I don't understand. Do you guys share the sentiment that Jamie Carragher is probably overrated?
I don't think he was even rated in the sense that we're talking about, he never got that Mesut Ozil thing around him, which we'll get to later.
What's that now?
I mean, Mesut Ozil has always like polarized fans, right? I mean, they've always been people who have rated him extremely illogically highly, and people who just tried to like keep him rooted or something. Jamie Carragher was always on just above average. It's his aura or his stock has just increased ever since he's retired, because he's more
because
visible.
of commentary, like
Exactly, because of that visibility and everything now, I think. Yeah.
So you guys do share my sentiment. Oh, but actually Baru said something even worse. He was never rated.
yeah, I'm sort of tending towards what Baru said, that I don't think anyone really thought he was all that great.
All right. So what are your centre back names then?
So my centre back name would be Gerard Piqué, because I know he's won everything, but that sort of adds to the the reason why he's so overrated, because people are putting him in the team of the decade and stuff for this decade.
Of La Liga, definitely, dude.
No, world, whatever team and all that. And he's won everything there's to win, but I always felt that he was in a good team and he had good teammates to cover up his shortcomings.
So are you saying Tom Cleverley would have also performed in the same way? With the same teammates.
Haven't Barca had many Tom Cleverleys who received league titles because they were just in that team?
Barca's Tom Cleverley is Thomas Vermaelen.
God, even there we are still chased by Arsenal players, man. Vermaelen in defense, Alexander Leb in the midfield.
Yeah, but no one really rated Alexander Leb other than Belarusians. So,
yeah, consistently at that.
So Gerard Piqué is one name. Baru, do you have any other name for centre backs?
I want to go for one of the City centre backs, man, because
Laporte.
they always. Sorry?
Laporte.
Yeah, because the minute City gets, they lose their ball and their defense gets tested, more often than not, they just crumble, man. It's their midfield and their attacking where they just finish most games.
Laporte came to my mind because City were doing quite badly this season, and for some reason, a lot of people were saying, because this one guy is injured. But I've seen in the last 1 or 2 seasons from him.
You need to look at it the other way. No, Laporte got injured and they started shipping goals. So correlation probably is not causation, but yeah. So John Stones was so highly rated till that is one player who escaped the whole Pep Guardiola makes players better. John Stones has progressively gotten worse under Guardiola. I don't think people rate him now, but he was quite overrated, right, when he was bought.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they paid through their nose for him, and I guess he was good for one season. The Centurion season, I think he played reasonably well next to Company, and since then he's lost his place in the team, actually. I mean, they prefer playing Fernandinho in that position to him. So.
Or even Otamendi, imagine.
Yeah, that guy's still around.
All right, so the defense... But
there's so many names, man, from City. All in the same mold.
No, I mean, I think their fullbacks have been decent over the years.
Which one?
Yeah, even the fullbacks are concentrating on attacking, no?
Out of the 6 fullbacks, which ones are we talking about?
To be in this list or?
No, in general.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Walker is clearly pretty good, I think.
Then they had Danilo.
I don't think he was rated that much even in this list. He's just a peripheral player.
Okay, so the centre-back pairing is between Gerard Piqué, I mean, okay, fine, Carragher was not rated, and Aymeric Laporte. Or John Stones. No one really rated Otamendi. You can't start saying Mangala and stuff like that now.
What do you guys think about this guy Koulibaly? Like, for the last 1 year, everybody's talking about him. Nobody's ended up buying him. I saw him play one game against Arsenal in the Europa League, and I don't think he did too well.
Dude, but Koulibaly is so good. He is really good.
Okay, I've not seen him.
Let's put him in the team then.
What? No way. I'm not agreeing to the team which calls Koulibaly overrated. What nonsense.
You just said it.
That he's so good.
So good. You're just overrating him, man.
Oh God. No, he's not that good. He's all right. He's all right. He's all right. Okay, so let's move to left back. There are some names coming to your mind, Baruji. I just thought of something before this. Yash brought up Koulibaly. Now I can't even think of who I was thinking at for left back.
Clichy?
Not Clichy. Yeah, like come on, who rated Clichy
Hey, how
other than
about Marcus Alonso?
Didn't Clichy make our Invincibles list? I mean, non-Invincibles 11.
he
He's
did? But
invincible.
you caveated you caveated everything before his first injury, in between like 3 matches between his first and second injury and all of that. That's really rating his injuries more than more than him playing. So that's not really counted.
Yeah.
But there has to be some Arsenal player in the backline. But the thing is, there's no one in the Arsenal backline
Bellerin.
for 10, 14 years.
How about Marcelo?
I honestly think Marcelo is very good. I mean, people
I think
complain
he's-
about his defending, but I think he's a pretty good player.
Yeah, I think his what makes him good is his classical Brazilian
Flair.
close control and DNA. But as a defender in that position, I think
Yeah, but nobody makes the claim that he's a great defender. I mean, when it comes to defensive skills as such, to be.
so. Who are the top 5 like left backs in the world right now? We just pick one of them, man. At least they're rated more than Clichy, right? So technically, ho hi jayega.
Marcus Alonso, dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is actually quite overrated because he can score free kicks. That guy can't defend. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Azim put him in his team of the decade.
That just proves he's overrated.
He's that overrated, man. I'm waiting for Azim's response after this podcast gets fed. But bhaiya, it is actually better than Ashley Cole because Ashley Cole would never track back.
dude, that actually makes it worse. Marcus Alonso tracks back and loses it. At least you can blame Ashley Cole to be lazy. Oh yeah, Marcus Alonso. And right back Hector Bellerin. Oh my god. The way, Yash, the way it went that last episode there. Like, oh, the way Bellerin runs.
Used to run.
What I remember about Bellerin is this one highlight he had where he ran back from, I don't know, half line and he recovered.
That
This
was
clip
against
was going on.
Chelsea.
This clip was going on, and uske baad I've never seen him do anything, I mean, exceptional.
That was, I think, either Chelsea versus Arsenal where he chased down Pedro, or it was Arsenal versus Watford where he did the same thing with
Pedro.
Yeah, this was like 5 years ago or something, man.
Yeah.
So,
And then he got injured. So see, BHI, he was good.
No, come on.
Before his injury.
You guys spoke about Bellerin like, oh my god, like there's been no left back in the world like that. Come on.
Please, I don't think you even heard that episode.
I heard.
Don't set a bad example for our
Fine.
listeners.
Yash, you heard the episode, right?
Ah,
And didn't they go gaga over Hector Bellerin?
yeah, they did.
Arey yaar. Your listening skills are overrated.
Injury and all that.
We'll have
Is it
overrated
captain or
listeners
something?
11. Yeah, Hector Bellerin definitely has to be there. But who are the other right backs? Like, if you can think of any other right back. Yes, I'm sure you wrote only Bellerin's name in that.
Ah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the overrated right backs, I can't think of many because Real Madrid plays some idiot over there. Barca had Dani Alves, who was really good, so you can't call him overrated then.
Yeah, if anything, he's underappreciated.
He was not even a right back. So, of all the top teams, on the Bayern for a long time had Philipp Lahm. You can't really call him overrated at all.
Yeah. Oh, for left back, I thought of a name who probably can take claim better than Marcus Alonso. Thank God it just come back to me. There's this player who's won a World Cup, who's won 2 league titles, playing 114 minutes of football. Benjamin Mendy.
Okay. Like Bellerin, no? Like before injury and this and that.
Doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah,
People
but
have only
Bellerin was cheap,
people have only rated him. No one knows his true potential. He's only played like in 115 minutes overall.
Oh God. This podcast has moved into the quantum realm now. He's both underrated and overrated at the same time.
He's not. We don't know what he is. He just cost 50 million. That much we know.
God. Mendy's box.
Yeah, I think Mendy has to go be there. And the worst part is, for a guy who plays so less football, in the video in celebrating the World Cup at Stade de France, so half the song was about Benjamin Mendy dancing. Yeah, I think Mendy goes there. Mendy, Bellerin, PK, and Laporte. Oh, that's not bad. That's still better than Arsenal's back four. Cool. Midfielders. Yash.
The biggest name I have is actually Sergio Busquets.
No, come on. Now abhi kuch bhi bolta hai tu. You don't like Barcelona doesn't mean you just add all their players.
I can do that. No, I can see. Hear out my argument. Like,
Okay.
I think people really overrate him. I think all the other players, Xavi, Messi, Iniesta, played well, and this guy plays his part. But people who want to sound very intelligent and give that. Who's that podcast guy? Who says whose general narrative is this is not the real reason, the other reason. 1,000 hours, 10,000 hours. Wala.
Malcolm Gladwell.
So Malcolm Gladwell type as a theory, if someone wants to use that, it's not actually Xavi and Iniesta who make the Barcelona team take. It's actually Sergio Busquets.
Oh my god! Wait, so are you saying that he is that underrated? Like everyone, so many people say that he's so underrated.
That he's actually overrated.
That he's become overrated now.
Yeah.
Wait, I think this is a good, better template now that we have.
So many. Oh yeah, that's actually a decent template. How many people call him underrated?
The most underrated team.
Yes. No, but we need those sentences said. We need those sentences said. So we need something like, Busquets is so underrated, but it's actually he who makes the team tick. A similar sentence is what should work for players. I don't think people said that about PK. They're just like, oh, PK is so good. So,
leave. Let the bygone be gone.
Let's not change the format now, dude.
Yeah.
We have sorted. Unka selection ho gaya. Bidding kar liya.
Busquets is Busquets, dude. Come on. He's the most underrated.
You
by
don't
public
have to agree with
opinion.
what he makes. As long as we have consensus, we can put anyone else in it.
That's why he makes it. So, continuing that same sentence, I think we can put the next name as Michael Carrick.
No, dude, come on.
Because it is.
It hit Yash.
The number of times I've heard Michael Carrick is so underrated, and I'm a part of that tribe. That he's so overrated. Usko koi dekhta nahi hai. Have you seen how simple he makes the game? He unlocks it. He's so decent.
The statement they make is that he's in the wrong country. He should have been in the Italy, like in the perfect Pakistan.
Yeah. So I think
what's the clinching factor?
He's also the captain and the assistant manager of this team.
Yeah, and you know what clinches it? Michael Carrick plays the Busquets role for Manchester United.
The tactics formation are so miles apart that it's not possible for him to make that team.
Oh, but together we'll make it work, Yash.
So Carrick and Busquets, that's going to be. They'll just keep passing to each other. Let's prove to the world how.
Oh shit, dude! Let's just add James Milner to this trinity, man.
No, I think people. No, come on! You can't add James Milner. I don't think people say James. They always say James Milner. They talk about his character, hard work, his heart, and his goodness nature. I don't think anyone speaks about James Milner's football abilities as underrated. You can't really put James. No, they don't. Stop. Like, who?
Don't they overrate his penalty taking ability or something? But no, wait, he has stats to back it up.
Yeah. So he's just rated.
I wish people rated John Obi Mikel more, man, so that we could have added him here.
But no one. Yeah, actually, no one said John Obi Mikel is underappreciated. They've just called him really shit words. All right, Yash. Who are the other names you have?
Obviously, I have Ozil. So.
No, but everyone says Ozil is bad, so he's not really overrated. He's not even underrated. No.
He's just hated.
He's hated more than anything.
God, this sounds like an Emmy diss now, man. तेरे को rate नहीं करता, तेरे को hate करता.
तेरे को rate नहीं करता, underrate overrate use करना चाहिए.
अच्छा,
so it can't be Ozil.
The other name I have is, this is primarily because I have not watched too much of him, and whenever I've seen him, I never got why is he so rated. Is Marco Verratti.
अबे अच्छा तो खेलता है यार.
नहीं यार, उतना अच्छा नहीं खेला. Like a lot of people again put him in their, like, consider him at the very top of central midfielders in the world.
Dude, when Verratti plays for PSG, he makes the team tick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't watch the French league that
No,
much.
the thing about Verratti is that he plays, and people always abuse him as well because he plays well for 70 minutes. Then he either gets like 2 yellows in like 6 minutes or a red card. So he always ends up being abused and being called stupid or something.
Okay.
So they say he's a good footballer, but he has this cranky side to him. So I don't think people like take him that seriously also in terms of lists of footballers. Baru koi naam hai tere?
I'm just stunned with the Mesut Ozil revelation.
Okay, there's one name I have, and I don't know. Yes, you need to say if he was overrated or a lot of underrated. Owen Hargreaves.
Are we going that far back?
I don't want to, but I've always wanted to say this from when we started the podcast. That I think
Is this a reason?
His decline was so long that he became a bit of a joke, dude.
Yeah, फिर तो might as well talk about Jack Wilshere, right? Arsenal fans would not stop talking about Jack Wilshere.
But see,
Quite a while.
then that's a completely different 11 you can make of failed youngsters.
Yeah, he's failed youngster. He's not overrated. He's just a failed youngster. Now he's failed youth. He'll probably be a failed veteran very soon.
Yeah, all of these guys were still waiting to hit their peak, no? Like Theo Walcott, Jack Wilshere.
Yeah, that is true. But okay, so fine. We have two midfielders anyway. We have Carrick and Busquets.
Yeah, what do you guys think about Coutinho?
Oh,
I think he's good, man.
Come on, he is good. He's just at Barcelona at the wrong time. He was really good for Liverpool.
Yeah, and extremely like technically sound and everything. Yeah, what shots and what goals this guy's pulled off here.
Right.
You know, Yash
When he was leaving,
Yash basically gave the name for this podcast to shit on City, Liverpool, and he's felt the shock after we included Carrick in the team. He's like, he's like, this is backfiring.
This changes everything.
I thought you guys were going to say Pogba, the first name from United.
No, man.
Pogba is so good.
I like Pogba. It's two out of three people rate him well. Okay, so
he's not even. If anything, Pogba is still underrated. he has much more to give.
Chubby wala. We're just finding the chubby wala, the key maker.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's fine, but not. Come on, dude, not Coutinho. Coutinho is quite good. There
Probably
is
Oscar over Coutinho, maybe.
Who, Oscar, the Chelsea player?
Yeah, he's been so. I think after the World Cup, just before the World Cup in 2014, I think the hype around Oscar has always been like pretty crazy. I think it's only in the recent years when he's fallen out of favor at Chelsea, probably 1 or 2 years back. Otherwise, Oscar was always the next Brazilian Wizkid, man.
Baru, you want to know something? Oscar's been playing in China for 3 years now. So he did fall out of favor at Chelsea. He was not even in the same country to be picked for that squad. What did you think? He's just sitting in London and no one's picking him.
They're just not picking him anymore. Board time again.
You are so overrated. Alright guys, we need one name for the left wing and right wing. Socho jaldi.
James Rodriguez.
Yeah, I would definitely go with that name. I mean, that goal in the World Cup 2014 made his name. And then 3 years later, he scored one more goal. But in between, he's just been shit throughout. I have no complaints about James Rodriguez.
Yeah, I mean that guy. And he's played for such good teams. I mean, he went to Bayern Munich also after.
But Bayern didn't even. So he was on a 2-year loan with Bayern. Bayern didn't and they had an option to sign him full time. But I don't think they did. They didn't do it.
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, he must have scored a couple of goals here and there. I mean, I don't know how come he's still counted as a big name player even 6 years on from the World Cup. Like he's done nothing much. He's playing.
All right. Here's a question for Baru. Who is more overrated? James Rodriguez or Dele Alli?
I think Dele Alli because he's still in the spotlight here. People are still consistently rating him as one of the most underrated players in the team.
Though they're not, they're simply like he's the English hope and all that.
No, at one point there were articles that Barcelona and Real Madrid were getting into an auction to buy Dele Alli, and because they rate him that highly, even they were rating him.
So strange. He's quite average, man.
Why can't people just accept Sterling as the English hope, man?
Because Sterling is really good. That is why.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So why can't they just move on from Dele Alli? What's with this doubling down, sorry. Doubling down on...
Downing was not great.
Yeah, but there's one more name I would like to add, which I've always found annoying, is Wilfred Zaha. Why?
He plays for Crystal Palace, man. What's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
he's playing for Crystal Palace.
So it doesn't matter, yeah. Come on. He's called the best player outside the top 6 in the Premier League. Is he?
That probably was true for 1 or 2 seasons.
The one person who overrates Zaha is that one kid from India who got a chance to train with Crystal Palace over the summer. And in the interview with him, they asked him, so who is your favorite player since childhood? And he's like, I've always watched Wilfred Zaha, my favorite striker. So yeah, that guy.
Paid for answer.
That guy overrates him.
That way you can pick so many Everton players, dude. Like, you spend so much money on these.
No, Evertonians are just known for hard work. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have...
For the wing, even, what about Ousmane Dembele?
Dude, have you seen the amount of hate he gets in Barcelona?
Oh, that disqualifies.
I think he needs more time, right, for us to rate overrated.
Yeah, he just gets hate right now.
Yeah.
And poor Ousmane Dembele, dude. I mean, he's injured all the time, but no one ever calls him a Benjamin Mendy, just left back waiting to return or something. They're happy he's injured. Like Baru said, some Indian kid trained with Zaha. The only guy who rates Ousmane Dembele is the president of Barcelona, who said, "Why do we need Neymar when we have Ousmane Dembele?" And
yeah, I think that presents a very good case for him to be in this side.
Fine. So we have a choice of Dele Alli, James Rodriguez, some kid rating Wilfred Zaha. That kid is overrated. How did he even get that trial?
Because he said such things.
And Ousmane Dembele. So I would leave to both of you like to pick 2 names of this. Yash, who 2 out of these 4, who would it be?
I would pick James Rodriguez and Dele Alli.
All right, Baru. So we spare Ousmane Dembele the blushes.
Yeah, abhi he's a bacha hai yaar. He'll come in our most overrated. Yeah.
All right. So we have 4 defenders and 4 midfielders. Now we need 2 strikers, and I have names of 2 strikers ready. One is Olivier Giroud, who I am guilty of rating out of the world, and the other one is, I don't know, Berbatov or Adebayor, one of these 2.
Not Giroud.
Baru's gone on mute.
How dare he pick Giroud?
Come on, Baru.
The problem is not enough people rate Giroud. So if even that quantity of people who overrate him, like if you calculate the quantum of rate, it does not cross that metric, that meter.
I probably say that because, I talk to like 10 people most frequently. In that, the 4 of us, including me, you're like, oh, Giroud. I think we rate him for his good looks and his touch in his own defensive box. I don't think anyone's ever said, "Kya strike mara Giroud ne, kya bhaga." None of that.
He won the Pushkas for a goal, man.
Have you seen Mo Salah's goal which won the Pushkas?
Even he does. Even Mo Salah has not seen it.
That was the Arab Spring, man.
All right. So these are my 3 names. Yash, what are your striker names?
I picked Gabriel Jesus.
Abey, wo to substitute hai. Now you're like abusing every one of Manchester City, calling them an overrated team.
Luis Suarez bhi aaye hai.
He's a substitute. Fine. So it's Jesus and Luis Suarez.
Yeah, dude. Like,
come on, yes.
He's a tap-in merchant.
This is ridiculous now.
Not Suarez, but Strikers.
There's so many. Adebayor. Why is
Adebayor, but I mean, people. I mean, even Arsenal players started hitting him again, right?
Okay, fine. How about this name? Dimitar Berbatov. He had only first touch. He didn't have second touch. He couldn't run. He couldn't finish.
No, dude, come on, pretty good.
What do you mean? He just took the first touch and left the ball for who? वो first touch लेके भागता था कहीं.
He scored enough goals. What are you talking about?
Fine.
Yeah, I don't think you can put Berbatov in this list, man.
That's because we have a photo with him.
You probably put someone like Balotelli before Berbatov here.
Yeah, Balotelli was quite overrated for a while, man.
Mino Raiola called him the best footballer ever, but that has something to do with Mino Raiola being his agent. So,
I mean, really.
Are you idiot? You can't be reading their pitches now, no?
Apart from those 2 goals in the Euro 2012, what has Balotelli really done?
He has assisted Aguero.
His only assist in Premier League.
Yeah,
I'm sure he tried to score from there, dude. I'm sure that was not an assist. He tried to score from there, but miskicked it to Aguero.
So he's an underrated midfielder, overrated striker.
That sounds like Lingard, man.
Oh, dude. But no one who rates Lingard, poor guy.
This season, as in like last season, yeah, everyone started not rating him.
No, but Lingard was such a joke. Like even when he used to score and we used to make fun of Arsenal, like, "Arey, ye bhi maar deta hai tumhare samne." That was the case. Nobody really rated him, dude.
Now we just say that for Michy Batshuayi, man. Even Michy Batshuayi gets confused like when he scores a goal.
What a joker. Right?
All right, Baru, who are your overrated strikers?
I'll go with Balotelli and probably Anelka, actually,
Dude, come on.
The fact that so many clubs actually went out and really bought him for like overpriced valuations means he was overrated throughout.
They discarded him also so soon.
Huh?
They discarded him also quite soon.
Exactly, but rating to tha na. Mumbai City bought him as a striker. He was coaching them 2 games in. He's like, even I don't rate myself anymore. How can you rate me so much?
All right, so here's a stat. Berbatov has played 504 matches in his career for club, and he scored 213 goals. And Nicolas Anelka played 508 matches and scored 157 goals.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know. I always thought he's a prolific goal scorer for some reason.
He was for like 3 months.
And then his brothers used that in their sales pitch for the next 7 years. Madrid, like, okay, we don't understand English, but we can see the goal highlights. Done.
Yeah, so I mean, Nicolas Anelka is definitely one of them. It's so shocking. He scored only 157 goals.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess that clearly shows overrated because I always his reputation was always that he was the fox in the box. Like,
he was. He was the fox with a polio or something. Oh, that was disgusting. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, his best spell of Anelka was at Manchester City between 2002 and 2005. 89 goals, 89 matches, 37 goals. That was his best spell.
Was that partially in the second division or something? Whatever the second tier.
2002 to 2005 they were there.
Third spell.
Oh, damn it. Okay, so guys, here's all the clubs Anelka's played for. PSG, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester City, Fenerbahce, Chelsea, Bolton, Juventus, West Brom, Shanghai, Mumbai City FC.
Yeah, I didn't know he played for Juventus. I don't remember that.
2 games, 0 goals. Shanghai loaned him to Juventus. How bad is he?
Oh, shit. No wonder.
Man, what were they smoking?
What is this, like an Italian summer or something, or what?
Why did I buy his jersey? Remember I bought that T-shirt of Mumbai City wala.
Yeah, I was going to say you have his jersey. Then I just remembered I have a signed.
Why would you buy him?
I have a signed jersey from him. I just realized that. We should probably do a giveaway for this episode, man.
Anelka will drum up support and buy it himself, and people will like, "My God, look at the frenzy of fans." Yeah, he's definitely overrated. I mean, he's played for almost every big club in the world.
Absolutely.
Man, but he's such a missing gem. He's managed his PR so well that we all thought he was just so good.
Yeah. Wow.
I think if you had asked Chelsea fans back in like 2005 or 6 or something, their answer would have been Andriy Shevchenko after buying him.
Yeah,
3
but
months in.
he's not really overrated, no. I mean, his Milan career proves for itself. He just did not work at Chelsea.
So that's what I'm saying. No? If you ask only that group of
Failed
Chelsea
answer, I
fans.
guess.
Abe, that way you ask any club fans.
I would have said Alexis Sanchez's first name.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
Let's check. Alexis Sanchez also is quite overrated. I mean, we can put him off 10.
No, dude, his Chile career is pretty good.
Arsenal was pretty good.
Udinese, he was pretty good. Right?
Okay.
And Arsenal, obviously.
Yeah, but come on. For the amount he pretends he does, he actually really doesn't do that much.
What do you think he pretends he does, dude?
Abe, wo bas, like, he just looks so busy in front of the camera, but he's literally not doing anything.
We pointed this out on the last episode, Yash.
Yeah,
So it's like a scale of activity which has Mesut Ozil on one end and Alexis Sanchez on the other.
You know, you consistently take Arsenal amount of kilometers run per game. Mesut Ozil is comfortably 1.5 kilometers more than Alexis Sanchez.
But that's okay, no? It's such a misleading stat, kilometers run.
So, what is it? Number of times ball given away?
Key
That is
passes. Pre-assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that basically saves him is, Barcelona and Arsenal career, kind of, but Inter Milan,
Yeah, I don't think Sanchez can be included in this.
fine. So who is the other striker then? I give so many examples, but you guys are not even rating
So we're done
those
with Anelka,
examples.
right?
Anelka is one, we need one more.
Hey, we had mentioned someone. I thought
Balotelli.
Balotelli.
But is there any name better than Balotelli? Like underrated gems like Anelka?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
No way, go away.
I'm just-
Zlatan's won some 14 league titles in his life career with the
What about Gareth Bale?
And he also has that special ability of making a team win the Champions League after he leaves it.
so
Gareth Bale. I think it's been a fall for grace from him rather than
He again has
mismatched
that
ratings or
injury.
something.
yeah, he's still very good, Gareth Bale. I'm sure he's still very good. And whenever in the beginning of the season when he started playing for Real Madrid, remember, like Zidane didn't want to do anything with him, but he played in the first 10 games because of injuries. Gareth Bale won him like 2-3 games.
I want to say Harry Kane because of his overrated World Cup Golden Boot.
No.
But when we started podcast, I think one of the episodes was called "Is Harry Kane a one-season wonder?"
Oh God! Can we not talk about these failures of ours? I mean, I've already spoken about Oscar playing for Chelsea, so it's enough for one episode.
Yeah, but I think there is one name. It's a little old, but you guys give me an opinion. We need not put it. Robbie Fowler.
I don't want to be in the position to actually make a comment there. Isn't he like a Liverpool legend?
And he seems likable. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, India aate rehta hai, meets fans.
Fine,
You don't even have to ask anymore.
I'll edit this. I'll edit this part out so that he doesn't realize we spoke shit about him.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen enough of him.
Okay, there is one definitive name which goes on this: Michael Owen.
Yeah, I mean he's been pretty bad since
Forever. Since after 3 years for Liverpool, he's been bad.
Wait,
For like
I think
8
we're
years,
talking
9
about
years.
Post-football career also.
Yeah, like Michael Owen is like the Sanjay Manjrekar of football commentary. Everyone just abuses him.
So true, man.
Yeah.
And the difference is I actually like Manjrekar. I think his book was quite good. You guys should read that book.
All right.
And I think it's one of the better cricket autobiographies. It's at least interesting compared to all this Sachin's bullshit.
Can we just put Robin Singh as the last name?
Man,
The
Bengaluru fans just hyped around Robin Singh, no?
He's in Kashmir now.
Now he's in Kashmir. He's being
Delhi, Kashmir.
I guess anti-nationals are also overrating him right now.
Even the teams he's played for are such overrated teams, man. Actually, Delhi को किसी ने overrate ही नहीं किया है.
Only you and I rated and sang their chants.
Yeah, man. The one team we did that for, फिर भी they didn't like sign us or something.
All right. Who will be the underrated or overrated manager? Mauricio Pochettino of this team.
Wait, are we done with the second striker?
Yeah. How many more you want?
Who, Robin Singh?
Not Robin Singh is hanging out. We said Balotelli and Anelka, right?
Acha, Balotelli tha.
Yeah, manager. Yash, thoughts? Mine is Pochettino.
Yeah, the manager actually I haven't given much thought.
There are only two names which come to my mind: Mikel Arteta and Pochettino.
If you want to go down that route, I think it's Freddie Ljungberg, man.
What?
Dude, we Arsenal fans screamed up and man, oh wow, Freddie Ljungberg is back. Anything, I think that was just the base. I mean,
He's an overrated assistant manager.
that scale didn't start from 0, it started from a -7 anyway. So,
Fine, just choose a manager, someone who is actually a manager.
Pochettino, man.
Yeah, Pochettino. Let's go for Pochettino.
So, yeah,
God,
it'll be it'll be
best ever
amazing.
Spurs manager, kuch nahi jeeta.
It'll be amazing, when he'll be the manager of Newcastle and he has to defend Saudi atrocities.
Yeah, I think MBS will open up a Las Vegas in Saudi Arabia by then, so everything will be okay.
It'll be so bad. Newcastle players may still lose all their money even in that casino. It'll be rigged against them. But yeah, I mean, I get Pochettino is a good manager, but oh my God, they just keep going on this overdrive.
People lost it, man. I mean, a couple of years ago, they found it incredible that someone could get Tottenham to play it well, so they went overboard.
Didn't one day Ramos also win a trophy with Tottenham?
He's the only one I have seen win a trophy with Tottenham.
Yeah. What do you make of Mikel Arteta, Yash? Is he overrated?
I know, man. Not enough time has passed.
But he starts at a scale of 100 plus 100. So everything is a downfall from there. Very nice, lads. What else are you guys up to?
Chilling.
Bundesliga is starting from the 15th. Let's start watching those games.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch football without fans, I guess. I hope they have those VR fans.
Yeah, it feels like watching Mumbai City FC. Football without fans.
But do you know what's starting before that?
Before what?
Before the Bundesliga.
Oh yeah, I heard there's a show on Insider.in.
Yep.
So can you give some details about it, Tanuj?
I don't have any. Yash, do you want to give us some details about that?
I have no idea.
So
it's an unnamed show, no name. Just log on to it on Friday 7:55.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you'll find
look for Off the Field with Saru and Baru.
And where we talk to genuinely underrated players.
Yep. This week we have got 2 players from Jamshedpur FC.
An underrated city.
We've got Farooq and Aniket who will be joining us for a nice bantery chat session, and you can watch it live. Like if you want to be like interactive in that session, you can register for it for free on the Insider app, or you can watch it live when it goes live on 8th of May. That's this weekend, in a couple of days after this episode releases. We'll also share the link on our Instagram and our Twitter handles. So we hope to see you guys there. Spread the word and let us know how whatever you think about it.
Definitely, Baru. I will be there.
Yash, you're supposed to say the same thing.
I'll be there, guys.
I'll be there. All right, guys. Take care.
So enthusiastic.
Bye-bye. Yeah. All right. Chalo. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Did I just catch you on your way to work? Or did you end up pulling an all-nighter? Let me guess. You have a packed schedule for the day, the week, and probably the month and the year. That's a lot for your mind to handle, don't you think? This buzzing chaos also brings tons of negative thoughts. Am I right? Try spinning that bottle in a positive direction with me, Chetna, on the Positively Unlimited podcast, every Monday on IBM Podcasts. It's time to change your life one alphabet at a time.
Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta. I'm B50 on Twitter. I am the host of Paisa Paisa, the show that talks money. On my show, I speak to experts from every field of money and finance, from stock markets, equities, debt funds, credit cards, life insurance, every possible area of money and finance that you can think of. We even did an episode on cryptocurrency. I've got fantastic guests from mutual funds to personal finance experts everywhere. Robo-advisory, startups, just name it, we've got it. At Paisa Paisa, we help you make smart decisions about money. You work hard for money. Now make your money work hard for you. New episodes out every Monday, and you can listen to my show on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you have.